Okay, welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. This is part number 41. So, we're in the Norlands, but we need to head all the way back to...
Gonna have to run my boots dry.
All the way up here. And we're gonna do that. But, on our way to doing that, we're gonna swing by the place that, way back in, like, part 2, I think, we climbed up to get Odd Grata's, prayer beads. And so the Embrace is still kind of fucked up a bit. You can see the trees are all still kind of fucked up. Like, you know, nature doesn't recover overnight. But that's fine. So we're going to collect up berries and stuff along the way as well, because we used a bunch of that stuff. But we're still going to head back up and climb up to that place, because there is geese up there, and we still need a goose skin. So we're going to ignore all this stuff that we just ran past. A couple of Watchers and Striders. They're not really worth our time anymore.
Keep quiet now.
But we do need a goose skin pretty badly. So we're going to work on getting that. I don't think those were geese that we could have actually killed. We're going to be careful here, because a lot of the times I run off on accident and die. I don't remember if I did that in part 2 or whatever it was off the top of my head, but it happens to me a lot when I play this game, so you know, we're just gonna be careful and not get ourselves killed. In what is likely the dumbest way possible. Now, look at all these geese. So it is nighttime, so I'm going to take the time to mark them all up. Now, it is easier to stand on that ledge that we jump onto the thing from. But shit. Okay, well, I fucked that up immediately. But we don't have the skill that will allow us to do that. And for the record, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, come on. Yeah. And this is literally the only time in the entire game that not having that skill is gonna fuck us. Up! Oh, God. Okay. We made it. Hopefully one of these dropped a skin. Got it.
Save this for later.
Awesome. Alrighty. Now, carrying capacity, Terra Blaster, and we're done. That's everything. We have all the weapons, we have all the upgrades. So now we can get rid of all the skins and bones that we have, because we know we're not going to need them, because we've already upgraded everything. And we can just take this side path over here to leave this area. So that's just, you know, if you didn't know and you were having trouble with the goose skins yourself, that's the easiest way to get them, because they do fly away, and it is a pain in the ass. And yeah, we can just slide right on down the mountain here. mountain. I mean, it's, you know, not that big of a deal. So, now, except for that one side quest that we can't quite complete yet. Actually, I'm going to check. Special items. We have 4 power cells. That's perfect. Okay. We do need one more power cell to complete that quest. That's not what I was hoping it was. But we're going to get it. And we're going to get it real soon as well. And it's going to give us something pretty cool.
Stocking up.
Which we won't get it in this episode because this is already going to be a fairly long one. So, we got a vendor here. We're going to come in here and we're going to select all of our bones and skins. I don't see anything else that I feel comfortable getting rid of right now, but that's okay. We can actually, I fucking kept forgetting to do that, is get rid of our old rope caster. We don't need that anymore. And now we also have some modifications that we're not going to need. So we'll get rid of some of our weaker fire mods. We're definitely not going to need this many shock mods. Handling, we're kind of hurting on the handling at the moment. But that's okay. Alright. That's cleared out our inventory the best that we can reasonably expect to have right now. So, to make this a little bit quicker, we're going to head up through this area again. And we'll head just straight up into that. Still going to be quite a trek, and I'm not going to get a mount or anything. We're just going to stay on foot. I did it last time because I knew it was going to be a very long episode, and it was. But this will be the last very long episode outside of these supplemental episodes. So we have 2 more supplementals that we'll have to do for sure. One, we'll finish up, so we'll get to the final main quest of the game, and then do all the side quests that we have left at that point in the base game, and finish all that up. Then, once we're done with that... Okay, we didn't get spotted. Once we're done with that, we'll do a supplemental episode and finish off any of the extra little things that we need to do to get ready for the Frozen Wilds DLC. Then we will go do the Frozen Wilds DLC. And once we're done with the main story stuff of the Frozen Wilds DLC, we will do one more supplemental and finish off the rest of, like, you know, the Frozen Wilds also has open world data points and collectibles and all that other stuff that we'll need to finish off to get everything. Yeah, fuck the Striders. We don't need them. And yeah, we'll move on from there. So right now, game progression's 81.72%. Quite a bit of that, honestly, is the quite a bit of that is all the armor that we're missing, all the shadow armors that we're missing, and we don't have the shards to buy them. We have a lot of the hearts and stuff that we need to buy them, but we don't have the actual shards. So, hopefully, in doing all this side stuff and all that stuff, we should get pretty close to having enough to buy all that stuff. Now, that being said, that's far from guaranteed. And, you know, buying some of those shadow armors we might wait until we get into the Frozen Wilds a bit, because we're still going to make a fair amount of shards in the Frozen Wilds as well, and we won't really need to spend too many shards in the Frozen Wilds either. We will need to spend some, but nowhere near as much as we need to spend still here on this stuff. And worst case, I'll do a third. Well, I don't know exactly how many we've done already, but we'll do an additional supplemental just to farm shards and stuff. And if needed, we can even go as far as just going straight into, excuse me, you know, farming Thunderjaws and things like that. But we just killed a Thunderjaw in the last part, and it was a corrupted one, no less. So, if we want to, based on the rules that we have placed in front of ourselves, and that's all, you know, just me. I keep saying we, but it's mostly just me. We can go kill Thunderjaws and supplementals now, but we're not going to do one for a while, so it kind of doesn't matter. And we'll make our way through here again. Again, there was a couple of data points here, and that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other reason to come through here other than it just being a somewhat of a shortcut to get from the Savage East back to the Sundom. But I think it's a nice looking area. At least, you know, minus the Thunderjaw fucking everything up. Goose. It was worth a shot. I'm not good at hitting those things after they take off. So yeah, and even then, I think there's only one machine that we haven't killed yet, and that being the Rock Breakers. And the Rock Breakers are honestly pretty brutal. I think, well, they're my least favorite machine to fight against because they're just so difficult to kill. They're very cool, and we will kill one fairly soon, I would say. But I'm not in a big rush on that. And there's a pair of corrupted ones as well that are really going to cause us problems. But in the last part, we did learn that we are a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. And honestly, I think it's an interesting way of kind of looking at like how an extraordinary person could thrive in two completely different societies, right? Where Elizabeth Sobek, she spent her whole life in a modern society, right? Where her first life essentially was filled with technology, and she, you know, went to school and she went to university and got an education and designed like robots and did all this cool stuff related to like technology and robots. And her second incarnation, being Aloy here, focused more, you know, lived in this tribal society where she needed to as it goes. Learn how to survive in the wilds, and she needed to be able to... That's the Stormbird that sees me. But she needed... Yeah, it sees me. Alright, well... But, you know, she needed to be able to hunt and kill those same machines that Elizabeth Sobeck designed. Oh, it does still see me. I thought the icon went away. It didn't. There's snap maws up here. If you watch the absurdly long supplemental, you'll know that I am tired of fighting snap maws, so I'm not going to fight anymore unless I absolutely have to for whatever reason. But yeah, you know, and Aloy, you know, Elizabeth Sobeck was an exceptional person in her society. Aloy is an exceptional person within her own society. And just, yeah, it just seems like, you know, from birth, no matter where you threw her, she ended up being a pretty damn amazing person. And, like, now, if you took Elizabeth Sobeck circa the year of her death and magically, you know, froze her and put her into the future, into this future, she probably wouldn't last 5 minutes. And Aloy, if you took her and brought her back in time to Elizabeth Sobeck's time, at her current age of like 19 or whatever, then yeah, she would have a very difficult time with that as well. She might live longer, but my guess is she would end up being in jail very quickly from hunting robots and stuff like that. You know, killing machines and, you know, what have you. But still the same person, at least genetically. They're very damn close enough. So, now that we're back up here, I'm gonna put a marker on the Vantage. I'm not... Ow. I'm not interested in fighting these bandits. I already did that once, and it took, you know, it was a whole thing. And I did it in the supplemental, and, yeah, I'd rather avoid that if at all possible. Okay. We'll head up this way. That Vantage is the last Vantage that we need, but we're also, again, we're gonna listen to that story in a supplemental episode. It's pretty long, and, you know, I think it's interesting, and I actually quite like it, but I also think it's not quite what we should be looking at here for a main series episode.
Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
I'm just being careful here, so I don't, you know, accidentally jump to my death.
Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side.
And, yeah. We actually need stalker hearts. So... I wonder. Alright, this is gonna be a bit risky, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try to override one of these. I'm like 90% sure that we can. That we gain the ability to override them in one of the cauldrons that we've done. We just gotta wait until it gets close enough.
He's quick.
Got it. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I've actually never overridden one of them before. I like that the blue shit that we put on it from overriding it kind of did that to him. Now, he is overridden indefinitely. But again, and there's at least 2 more stalkers. I don't know. Where they are. You can't see them. So, let's set that off. Draw more of them over. And then let them go at it. 2-on-1, mine will probably die, but he'll fuck up. Hold on. Let me get the blast sling out. Oops. And we'll do some proximity bombs here. There we go. The Watchers are coming over. They're interested now as well. We'll give our Stalker... Oh! That hurt. I'm leaving now. I want to help our Stalker out by at least taking out the Watchers. Of course, it's a Red-Eye Watcher. Did they kill my Stalker already? Because if they did, I'm kind of disappointed in them. It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? Nope, there he is. He's still fighting. These guys just like me more. Yeah, no more stealth thing for you. Now we have... Oh, shit. Come on. There it is. There, no more ranged attack for you. Now, our Stalker finished off that one. That's good. Oh! Now, this one's real hurt. Thankfully, we let him into our tripwire. There we go. No hearts, but that's okay. We can still sell the things that we did loot from them. And this one's our buddy now. I'm not sure where he went.
That's it. Nothing to see here.
There he is. He's pretty fucked up. We're gonna finish him off. Okay, I don't know how we got a wildlife kill there, but... Oh, I just missed it. That should have been a hit. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. That was dumb of me. There we go. I knew he was close. Whoa, 12% stealth weave. That's amazing. Okay. That's 6%, so yeah. It's gonna give us an extra 5 stealth. Hell yeah. Alright. Now we definitely need to go check out berries and what have you, because, yeah, we used a lot here. Again, no stalker hearts, but damn, I'm more than happy with that 12% stealth weave. More than happy. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a campfire up here, and the first thing we're gonna do...
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
Flint Hawks, Ravager. Alright, well, we're gonna override the Ravager. I don't remember if we actually need Ravager pieces for anything, but... I would... It's gonna be easier to... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's gonna be easier to override the Ravager than it is the Flint Hawks. Okay, the Ravager's on his way over. So, we're gonna get a rock. Chuck it here so he comes over here. This time we threw it in the grass far enough to where we wouldn't have to leave the grass to get him. Go. I'm gonna move. Okay. Well, this Flint Hawk saw us. This is not exactly where I want to be while fighting. I hate you. Oh God, I'm trying to select potions, man. I hate this tool belt. I also just hate glint hogs. There we go. It's one down. Shit, we get over to it quick enough. I'm overriding this thing. Yeah. Now.
Here comes the snow.
Okay, well. I was hoping he would do a little bit more to that Ravager than he did. My Ravager didn't do a whole hell of a lot over here either. Go. Alrighty. So we just do still have a Ravager left. What I'm hoping for here and we didn't get, I was hoping is that in the process of killing this Ravager, they knocked off his gun. They did not. So what we're gonna do... is we're just gonna override this thing, 'cause I don't want to fight it. I don't think I need its pieces for anything. We're just going to call it over, override it, and move on with our lives. There we go. Now I'm going to head back and pop a quick save, just in case. Back at the campfire here. Hey, buddy. I don't remember if there's another one up here, and I have a feeling that this is not the end of the fighting to get up to this place. Yeah, actually, he got a little bit fucked up. We might have been able to kill him, but yeah, screw it.
Oh.
And here's our climb up point. Bit hard to see given the weather and time of day. Hey, do you want to not mess with that? Quit it. And by that I mean quit it. There you go. Yeah.
Guessing that I'm almost there.
Correct.
those missed. He's really far away. Those should not be missing. Oh, come on. That was a good dodge. Okay. I did pop a shock resist potion here. Didn't help against that attack. Where did he go? There he is. That's shock. Don't need shock. Fuck. Oh, yeah. Okay. God damn, stop selecting shot. Oh, I need full health. There we go. I knew this fucking Stormbird was coming, and I still feel like I'm not prepared at all. And he's about to kill me in one shot right here. Nope. Okay. Okay. Why? Would you please quit it? Come up here if you want. Just stop fucking with all my stuff. Okay. We did a pretty good number on the Stormbird so far. He's also doing a pretty good number on us. But he should die soon. Need to get him to land again so we can freeze him again. Or just try to keep dumping arrows into his weak point. Oh yeah, he's gonna jump straight down on us from there. Charge us with his lightning shield thinger. Craft more of these. Yep, there it is. Alright, that should be it. I said this should be it. And it is.
The biggest guard you've got, Gaia.
Yeah, no shit. Alright. Now, we can loot up the Stormbird. Nothing amazing, but we did get the trophy. So now, when we're done with this, we can go turn in our trophies to the Hunter's Lodge and make some, continue on with that quest line a bit. That'll be nice, but before we go anywhere, we have our vantage that's here. This is our last vantage. And then for after this, for collectibles, we'll only be missing one metal flower, which again, we should be able to get it. We might go get it after this. We'll see. We'll figure it out when we get there. In the meantime, we still have a lot more to do here. Oh, okay. I thought for sure that was going to hurt. It didn't. Alrighty. That's our last vantage taken care of. And this is a fairly big area, so there should be some berries and whatnot scattered around. If we're lucky, maybe a supply crate or two. I'll settle for berries, though. At least it wasn't corrupted. That's all I got to say.
Gaia's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Don't look down. Don't look down. Damn it.
Yeah. Sorry, Aloy. But when you say it, I gotta do it.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Awesome. Thanks, Silence. No pressure.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Alrighty. Data point and loot.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And here we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Mind your footing.
Yeah, it definitely would have killed us if we'd fallen. I don't think, yeah. There's no other. Alrighty. You know, just in case. Just in case I get dumb and forget. Power cell.
A fifth power cell. They must fit somewhere.
And we'll be a little careful hopping down. There we go.
Guess that's my way across. It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer.
Yeah, we don't need to know.
Glad that's over.
Come on. Get down. There we go.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
That was one of those moments where I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go up or down, but I knew whichever way it wasn't supposed to be, that there would be stuff to get. And I guessed right on the stuff to get route.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific. None of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia and her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... well... he died alone, and I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's logs are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha... if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given the chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Yeah. And we heard it too, eventually.
Elizabeth's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Okay. Oh. There's that. Yeah. So, those are all under repair. We will get to read them in the future. But, like Silence said, we have other things that we got to worry about first. That's where we came from. Okay, I got turned around. Here we go.
Elizabeth. What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
You think she was better because she was smart, because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself for others, for everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you.
Look, Liz, you were a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
What an asshole. There it is.
All right. Let's start over from Eleuthia 1.
Running integrity tests. Dr. Brochard Klein. May I speak outside protocol?
I suppose so. There's no one to stop you.
Doctor, you are fatigued. You have been logging abnormal sleep cycles. Are you suffering from depression?
Well, I am trapped in a science facility for the rest of my life. How about you?
In a time slice of a quadrillion operating cycles, 10,000 are involved with processing the loss of Dr. Sobek. I have considered quarantining these processes. Do you think that would be wise?
I'm not a psychologist, Gaia, or an AI scientist. No. It is natural. At least in the context of the work you and I have accomplished, which begs the meaning of the term natural. She was your creator, the patron saint of this crazy endeavor, Our Lady of the Fervent Hypothetical.
Even assuming a string of significant failure combinations, Zero Dawn's chances of success are greater than the hypothetical.
It's called a manner of speech, Gaia. Take a note.
This might actually be the way we're supposed to go. Hold on. I don't remember. I also just don't want to miss any data points. Yeah, that's the way we're supposed to go.
Hello, Margot. How are you holding up?
Dr. Ronson, I've been getting a lot of messages, unsolicited messages from Ted.
Margot, I'm sorry. With Liz gone, we've got no one to run interference with him. I'll talk to Ted. He mostly wants updates, constant updates, hundreds of updates on things he knows nothing about. Liz used to field all of his crap.
He doesn't understand the systems at all. That was kind of by design. But he's getting pretty sketchy with me.
We just have to keep him happy. Liz always said, keep him happy.
Are you kidding? You ever hear how she talked to him?
She was managing him, Margot.
I mean, maybe I should ignore him. He's buried in his pyramid with the Hola Hola girls and Panta Antimod cuckoos. What can he do?
What are we gonna plug into their heads, Liz? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Liz. It's poison.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Control room sounds important.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By. Subtraction. I can make a better list. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
Bonked my head a little bit there.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture!
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
Fuck Ted Farrow.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter and the summering. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated. Turned to dust. Scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope. The Master Override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Fuck Ted Farrow. I know I said that already. I felt it needed to be said again.
Is that good?
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Come on. Oh, it's over. And we already got the power cells, so I'm not worried about that.
You're here.
For a moment,
What?
our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now, why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
This?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Yeah. You kinda were.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine?
Define timeline.
Time. Ah. It is the 13th king of the Carja reign.
Define Karja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja.
Now that's more like it.
Task is complete.
Yes. The Focus Network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing?
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
How inconvenient for me.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
They're coming. Preparations are complete. Ah, loosen the Bahamas. Behold, as I promised you.
I have to tell Avad that the eclipse are ready to
Great
strike.
machine is this?
After what happened with
I've
the
never
war,
seen such a
I know
thing.
he'll defend the city.
Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Araman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Araman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Okay, so that's the rest of the audio data points and all the hologram. Now we're missing a couple of quest ones, but these four are going to be the repaired journals and whatnot, and I don't remember what those other two are. I'll figure it out later. So yeah, in the meantime, we're just gonna make our way back to a campfire, save our game, and we are on the final quest now for the main story. And oh, well, there we go. One of them's repaired. Sobek Journal 11-19-64R. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway, reactor installed. Plans for a control room remind me of Starship bridges on those cheesy old SF vids. Living spaces for alphas already completed, prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here, not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing ZD project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge, plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crew's already set up my office and lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Murray's intention was to ensconce me as all-seeing presence. Opposite effect. Makes me feel watched on display. Tempted to paint it over. Harris recorded his presentation yesterday. Suitably bleak. Scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge, holotheaters, and first residence block at ZD sites are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tuscan, 27 already. Extraction teams prioritizing Pac Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they must be. Snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Going to catch a few hours of sleep here, then fly back to ZD site. Harris promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect MK1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 0.6 T grounding. From there, I'll spin her up past 1.0 T. I wonder how long it'll take to break the 1.38 T record. MIE can go hang. Sleep. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna hit a campfire and save and end this part. And then, since we're on the final quest and we don't want to do that yet, we are going to, and you know, end of the world stuff, whatever, it'll be fine. It's a video game. But then, once we get back into the next part, we can go start on doing the rest of our side quests and collectibles and all that other stuff. And then we'll wrap up and then head into the Frozen Wilds and absolutely get our ass kicked for, 20 or 30 hours or however long it's going to take on Ultra Hard. So, that's going to be my nearest campfire, so we still got a little ways to go before we get to it. So yeah, I wish there was a rappel point. I guess it's not too far of a climb down. But yeah, so now we know, fuck Ted Faro. If you ever see on, like, forums or Reddit or whatever, people saying that, now you know why. All of the machines are back, which is not great. I think we'll be okay. I'm kind of in fuck it mode right now. We should be able to get to the campfire without getting spotted. Okay, something did sort of spot us a little bit. Probably a Glenhawk. Yep. It always is. We'll talk more about the main story later. I'm gonna get rid of that, and that is our final skill that matters in any way, at least to me. Oh, shit. Jesus. God. If it would land on me, I could just override it and get rid of it. Would you just fuck off?
Just stay out of their way for now.
Trying to end this part. There we go. Alrighty, so as always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next part, and I hope you have a wonderful day.